The Miami Heat are one of the biggest surprises this season and are currently the 4th seed in the Eastern Conference. Even after signing Jimmy Butler during the offseason, many didn't think that the Heat would be more than a fringe playoff team. However, Jimmy ended up being the leader that the Heat needed, and they've also received valuable contributions from players such as Goran Dragic, Kendrick Nunn, Duncan Robinson, and Tyler Hero. But there has been one guy who has played above and beyond this season, someone who you could argue is just as important, if not more important than Jimmy Butler, and that's Bam Adebayo. Drafted with the 14th overall pick in the 2017 draft, nobody expected Bam to be this good, this fast, after averaging just 8 points and 6.5 rebounds in his first 2 years in the league. But this season, Bam has been absolutely phenomenal, so good that he has been selected to be a first-time All-Star and is deservedly in the front running for Most Improved Player. When looking at his statistical improvements from last season compared to this season, it's no question why he's the frontrunner. Standing at 6'9", 255 pounds, and a 7'2" wingspan, Bam is definitely undersized when compared to the traditional center. However, what Bam lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in other aspects. First off, Bam is extremely athletic and arguably the most mobile center in the NBA, boasting a 38.5-inch max vertical and recording a 3.24 second three-quarter court sprint per the 2017 NBA Combine. This has allowed him to outrun his defenders end-to-end for easy buckets and has resulted in him being the Heat's primary lob target in both pick and rolls and fast breaks. Numerous times this season, we've seen Bam use his freakish athleticism to throw down on multiple defenders. He's also used this ability on the defensive end to elevate and block and alter shots at the rim, and to recover when beat off the dribble or come out of nowhere from the help side. Moving on to his offensive game, Bam is very unique when compared to a lot of the other centers in the league. Rather than post up, Bam prefers to operate in more of a face-up type of game, closer to the wing rather than down low on the block. Once he faces his defender up, Bam uses his freakish speed to blow by his defender for a finish at the basket, moving much more like a guard or a forward rather than a center. His speed is honestly so astonishing, and he can legitimately blow by any center in the league. Aside from this speed, Bam is a great finisher at the rim, shooting 73.5% from there and 56.7% overall on the season. And it's not like these are just easy finishes at the rim. Bam has incredible strength and is able to absorb a lot of contact at the rim and finish through it. It doesn't matter if you're taller because he has the ability to rise above you or finish through you. Just ask the reigning back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year Rudy Gobert what he thinks.
There it is, jam of the game, over the two-time defensive.
However, his offensive game isn't just limited to finishes at the basket. Aside from Nikola Jokic, Bam is arguably the best playmaker from the center position, averaging 5.1 assists this season, a career high. As a passer, Bam is extremely dangerous from the high post, capable of making beautiful bounce passes to backdoor cutters or skip passes to the weak side shooters. His passing ability has led him to putting up 3 triple-doubles this season, tied for 9th in the league. But what sets him apart from the rest is Bam's ball handling ability. Throughout the season, the Heat have trusted him to initiate the offense because of this ball handling ability, very similar to the way the Nuggets use Jokic. He's capable of running pick and rolls, he's capable of making the right reads, he's capable of leading the fast break and finding the open man, and even breaking down his man with his dribbling moves and either finishing at the basket strong or passing out to the open man. It's such an impressive thing to see him off the inbounds take it coast to coast, or see him in the half court break his man down with crossovers, go in between his legs, or hit defenders with an in and out dribble. His handle is so impressive that I've even seen him break down guards off the dribble for an easy basket. He's truly a positionless player in this regard. His improvement has led him to averaging a career-high 16.2 points per game this season, and I expect him to improve upon this as his career progresses. Bam's defense is also a sight to see and is just as impressive as his evolution on the offensive end. In regards to his post defense down low, Bam is extremely solid down there. Though undersized, he is able to hold his own against bigger guys due to his strength, and his leaping ability allows him to rise up and contest shots at the rim. Bam's pick and roll defense is great as well, where he most often acts as if he's fully committing to the ball handler, and at the last second recovers back to his man and uses his 7'2" wingspan to pick off what the ball handler thought was an open pass or lob to the basket. Speaking of picking off passes, Bam is great at this in regards to defending the passing lanes. When the Heat trap the sidelines or corners, they usually assign Bam to make the right read and predict where the next pass ends up, and this usually results in him getting a steal and leading the fast break on the other end. Even without traps, Bam is great at playing the passing lanes, acting like he's leaving his man open at the perimeter and then darting to pick off passes at great speeds. However, the most impressive part of his game is Bam's ability to lock down guards on the opposing team. And I'm not just talking about playing good defense. Bam has the ability to absolutely neutralize opposing ball handlers, staying in front of them during isolation situations and forcing them to take tough shots that are way off or straight up blocked by Adebayo. I've seen him guard guys like Westbrook, Giannis, Curry, and Beal, who are all elite scorers in their own regard, and absolutely shut them down. Bam's ability to legitimately guard the 1 through 5 position works wonders for the Heat, as they don't have to worry about any mismatches when he's on the court. Laterally, he moves like a guard, and he doesn't bite on fakes like a lot of the other big men do when defending elite perimeter threats. Instead, he stays on his feet, stays low to the ground, and uses his 7'2" wingspan to contest shots on the perimeter. If his opponent attempts to drive, he only leaves his feet once his opponent does to block or contest the shot at the rim. Bam is truly an elite defender at all levels of the court, and it won't surprise me to see him make a few all-defense teams and even contend for a Defensive Player of the Year during his career. Now for the question of the video, do I believe that Bam could possibly be a top 3 center in the league one day? I definitely do. However, he's definitely gonna have to improve some things to get there, especially at the offensive end. Although Bam is averaging a career-high 16.2 points per game, almost all of his points have come exclusively from the paint. I would like to see Bam develop at least a mid-range shot, but I'd especially like to see him develop a 3-pointer around the 30% range to keep defenses honest and open up driving lanes to the basket for his teammates. This definitely isn't impossible, as Bam's shooting mechanics are actually pretty good, and he's shooting 37.5% for mid-range this season according to Basketball Reference. I'd also like to see him develop a post-game for later in his career when he can't fully rely on his athleticism like he is now. And he's clearly capable of this, as Bam is shooting 56.2% on hook shots this season and has showed improved footwork since his rookie year. When he can't rely on his athleticism as much, he'll have to deceive and elude defenders in the post, and I'd like to see him add an up and under or post fadeaway to his game. If he's able to add these things, in addition to his athleticism, rebounding, playmaking ability, and defensive versatility and prowess, I have no doubt in my mind that Bam can become one of the top 3 centers in the NBA one day. However, this is just my opinion, and I'd like you guys to sound off in the comments below and let me know what you think of Bam. Do you think he's underrated, fairly rated, or do you even think he's overrated? Don't forget to like and subscribe as well, turn on post notifications. Thank you very much for 1,000 subscribers, it means the world to me, and I appreciate you guys so much. Without you, this channel wouldn't be anything, and honestly, I have no idea how I got 1,000 subs, but thank you guys for subscribing and messing with the content. We're gonna keep on grinding, we're gonna keep on making videos until we hit the next 1,000 and the next 1,000 after that, so be prepared for that. But with all that being said, thank you very much for watching the video, and remember, he was given the nickname Bam Bam by his mother when he was watching the Flintstones at age 1, and he flipped over a coffee table in a similar manner to the show's character, Bam Bam Rubble.